MSNBC.
Well, there's been a lot of talk about how health care reform will cover millions of the uninsured, but what about the underinsured? According to U.S. News and World Report, there are at least 25 million Americans who don't have enough coverage. Today, we get real with a Delaware man who needs a double lung transplant. It costs more than $500,000, but he says his insurance will cover only a fraction of that. So now he's asking for help. Chuck Campbell joins me now. Chuck, what's the story?
Hi, Contessa. Well, you're exactly right. I'm underinsured. My insurance company will cover about $80,000 worth of a $550,000 operation. So I got a long way to make up.
And in what stage of the process were you when you found out the medical insurance you thought you had that would cover your expenses simply wasn't going to cover it?
Well, basically, we had gone up to, I'd been diagnosed with COPD about a year and a half prior to going up to Temple University here in Philadelphia, and went through an initial process with them where they assign a team that, unfortunately, one of the people that's in that team is a financial coordinator who called us a couple weeks later after they had basically said that I would be a candidate for the transplant, but they called us a couple weeks later after talking to my insurance company and said that I didn't qualify because I didn't have enough coverage.
How disappointing was that? That had to have been a shock to the system and also a big worry.
It was. I mean, it was like being it was a death sentence that had been handed down more or less. That really wasn't. I don't have the money in the bank, obviously, to just be able to pay for it. So it was it was something that I really didn't know what to do. Started talking to a couple social workers that they had put me in contact with.
The hospital did?
Yes, ma'am. Gave us a couple other options and told us what we needed to do, and that's what we started doing.
What about the fact, I understand that you served in the U.S. Marine Corps. Isn't there a way to get, I don't know, VA benefits?
Well, we tried, but prior to this occurrence, I had never made any kind of claims with the VA at all. So, basically I didn't qualify for any kind of coverage with them after we contacted them. So it came down to just going into a private fundraising mode and doing what we could do. And
I understand at this point, you and your employer, a car dealership, have resorted to raffles. Tell me what you're raffling off, trying to raise the money you need to get medical care. Absolutely.
Basically, the organization I work for felt kind of compelled to help me out because of the fact that the insurance that we do have has been good, but not quite good enough. So basically, what we did is we got together with the marketing director and the owner, and we're raffling off a brand new Mercedes-Benz convertible, along with a townhouse down in Florida, a summer home on a golf course, and being able to sell those tickets would put us over the top of being able to pay for all of this.
It's got to be. What's your sense of this when it comes to a guy who needs a double lung transplant, resorting to raffling off a luxury home and a convertible car to try and get what he needs to stay alive?
Well, it's at times it's discouraging because the ticket sales aren't what we were hoping, but at other times it makes me think that there are people out there that care and that will help me when the chips are down, the people come together and help me out. But the big picture is it's kind of a bummer that I do have to rely on asking help from other people.
Chuck, what's your website?
I have a website. It's www.newlungsforchuck4FOR, and they can go on there and raffle or buy the raffle tickets. They're $50 a piece.
All right. Well, Chuck, I wish you the best of luck, and I do. I hope it serves as an example for the lawmakers who are debating right now about how much they should do for people in this country who need medical insurance, and not just a little bit here and there, but the stuff that really matters when the going gets tough. Thank you so much, Chuck Campbell.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Remember, I do want to hear from you. I want to hear your